There's big news in the uranium sector. A lot of uranium companies are looking to possibly merge. I think Deep Yellow and Vimy Resources could be two of those. There's some big news with Vimy. They recently just had their Mulga Rock finally approved, their Mulga Rock project. I'm going to go over everything comparing Vimy to Deep Yellow because Deep Yellow actually put an offer out there to merge. I think the company is very likely to merge. 7 of their main mine builders have already left the company. We're going to go over that. We're also going to go over what this company would be like if Deep Yellow merged with Vimy and how big it could get. I think that they could become the top tier 1 uranium producer, new ones out there coming up. So this is a massive move. I think that because 7 of the main management mine builders already left the company, it's a very big possibility this merger is going to happen. The company did say they were interested in further talks with Deep Yellow. But what I want to show you here first is Deep Yellow. Why I like this stock so much, why I'm invested, is there are a lot of deep pockets as well as management with skin in the game. So 69% of the float is locked up. Okay, 69%. So only 30% of the float is public. So when this stock has little volume, it moves up and down very quickly. It's hard to get somewhat of a position in, especially if you're on the OTC trying to get a position. It's harder to get a position in. If you're a big buyer, you're going to move the stock big time. So I think if we get a merger news, this stock's going to run really hard. My buddy Lewis Morgan, he's number 10 or 11 here. HSBC is his bank. He's number 10 shareholder, I believe. I believe that's about how many shares he has. So he's a big believer in the company. He's created billion-dollar companies. He thinks management is key. So you see here, John Borshoff, he's the CEO of Deep Yellow. He also founded Paladin Energy. That stock ran 104,000% in less than 3 years, 3 to 4 years. And can this, John Borshoff get the company to $10, near what Paladin was? I think so. By the way, someone, Metalman in our Discord made this for us. Really good job. Really like it. But we're going to first compare Vimy Resources here. First thing is Vimy, like I said, recently, their news, we'll jump over here. Their news, they had Mulga Rock. They finally achieved the substantial commencement at their Mulga Rock uranium project. So the government's implemented a no uranium condition on future mining leases, but they actually got theirs in before this. So they pretty much got a monopoly there. Okay, so over the past few months, Vimy has achieved several approvals and confirmations for the development of the Mulga Rock uranium project. So this is very positive. I like the article here, Mulga Rock and Roll gets green light. So we're going to go over why Paladin, Deep Yellow is better than Paladin, especially with Vimy. But first, we'll just compare them. Now, this is not updated for Deep Yellow. They actually, their PFS, they're done. They're going for their DFS now, just like Vimy has. So they're further along, Deep Yellow is, as well as there's more uranium. So this is not 100% upgraded. It is on my chart over here that I'll show you. But as far as Vimy, they've got a higher grade here than obviously what we've got with Deep Yellow and some of the other uranium companies there. Their mineral resource, 91 million pounds. This is at Mulga Rock compared to, say, Tumas. Like I said, Tumas has way more now because the upgrades they recently had. Parts per million, higher as well. And you can see that really right now what we're looking at, NPV, it's very, very nice, especially for the way that the company's trading at 20 cents Australian. The capital cost is going to be a lot less than some of these others out there, like Deep Yellow. It's going to be probably a little bit less, I think, as time goes on. But their production, they're looking at 3.5 million pounds of U3O8 per year. And this is going to be big. If Deep Yellow can get them, multi-jurisdiction, tier 1 uranium producer, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be Paladin, better than Paladin, all over again. Uranium cells, 47 million pounds, very nice. And their uranium study price is $55. I think it's probably closer to 65 like Deep Yellow. They say 55, but hey, that looks good on paper. Cash costs, this is for their PFS and DFS, 23 million. Deep Yellow's, like I said, they're going to their DFS about 27 million. And this is pretty nice. I like kind of what Vimy's got going on. here. The thing is, if Deep Yellow does not merge with them, they're still an amazing company, and they'll probably have their eyes on other assets. And this could have been what, John Borshoff's looking to do, just get the name out there that they're wanting, to merge, and they're wanting to, grow their company. And this is the best time, right? Is uranium still cheap? It's, it's great. So, Mulga Rock, they're going to be commencing operation there this month, I believe. And what's really nice is, the stock, like I said, is fairly cheap still. Very, very interesting things going on here. You can see some pictures here. This place, like I said, the government, they approved it, but the people, there's only one bad thing, is that there are people there that unfortunately for, multiple years has been protesting the project, but it's not really going to stop it. But the weird thing is, if you see here, I tweeted this out, 7 of their main mine builders at the company, including the CEO and director, Mike Young, has left the company at this, right as we're getting into, them actually being able to get things going in the next few years. Very odd. This tells me that all of these people, and we're talking a lot of high profile people, okay? These people have left the company. Now, I think this means that the company's looking to possibly merge. And of course, they want to get the biggest shareholder value for, themselves and the shareholders. But right now is the best time. You need management to battle these protests that that are going to be going on. Mulga Rock has big upside in my my outlook with Deep Yellow. If they merged, we're seeing Deep Yellow here. We're in this orphan phase with Deep Yellow right as we're getting into production in the next 36 months. If they add Vimy Resources, this stock is easily a 10x very soon. I think the news could possibly run in a few %. Especially, right now, the way things are in the uranium market right before we, lift off. But the amount of pounds, the mine life they're going to have, the multi-jurisdictions, you can see this is Deep Yellow versus Paladin. This is Paladin in 2005, same CEO. But John here has actually more skin in the game, overall. I think recently some updates. This is big, compared to any other CEOs and companies. That's why I love Deep Yellow. Like I said, the free float, it's hardly anything. Now, if you add Vimy in there, it's going to get insane, I think. Being multi-jurisdiction operator, projection, they could have, 6-7 million pounds projected. And this is big. This is going to be really big for the company because they, I think, will secure long-term contracts with utility companies very, very quickly. The management at Deep Yellow is top tier, for developers looking to be producers. They've done it before. The area right there in Namibia, they've done it before. Now, all the green means that they beat Paladin in 2005. Now, if we get Vimy, these 3 yellow pieces, they will beat them. Okay, they're going to grow shareholder value like no other really out there. No company, I think, is going to be this well managed, getting production, and know how to contract. Because yes, you might have uranium in the ground. Can you get it out? And can you get it contracted? And that man right there could very well get Deep Yellow over $10. We will actually see. Now, we'll talk a little bit about Deep Yellow. Their projects there in Namibia. The Tumas project is very, very, very good. I think the thing they recently had, like I said, they've actually had mineral resources fourfold recently. Their DFS is underway, highly successful PFS. Obviously they got more uranium projected, which is great. And, this area was really good. They're looking at a 20-year life of the mine there at Tumas. It's very, very good pipeline for Deep Yellow. Very good for shareholders. It means they have news. They can come out. They can, when they look for other investors, big investors, this is something they want to see. It's not just dead money or anything. They're winning awards. Their government is really supporting them there. And John has his eye on a company, and look, if the company's main management is leaving, this tells me that they're likely going to merge. Now, are they going to merge with Deep Yellow? Do a merger? Who knows? I hope it's Deep Yellow. After this, the government confirmed it. this is something that would really help, both shareholders. I think you need management. Like I said, you need management to get this uranium out of the ground and to battle these protesters. That management that's done it before. And this man right here, John Borshoff, Deep Yellow, the 100,000% runner in his stock, he could do it again. Now, we probably won't see 100,000% again, unless they buy, 10 other assets or something and they become bigger than Cameco. We never know. This uranium bull market is going to be long, but look at this. Follow the money. That's what I always do. Follow the money. Look at the major investors. And I do like that Deep Yellow, upholds this. Hopefully I'll be right here pretty soon. Number 20. I got to beat them out. 1.4 million shares. I don't have that many yet, but hopefully I can get some while we're still cheap here for Deep Yellow. I would love to be top 20 shareholder. But some of my friends are, which is still cool. Good for them, Must be nice having that much money just to dump it in there. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this pipeline, like I said, for their growth in, not just that sector in Namibia, but their growth with, if they actually merge with Vimy like this is really big. So it's still out there, on the table. The offer price was 30.25 cents, 10% premium at the time, but now the Vimy's like 20 cents. It's even more. So this is really big. So I think this has been good that the uranium price has gone down somewhat. The uranium valuations of stocks has gone down, a little bit since this has actually been put out there. But, management they're looking to create a potential combined market cap of 700 million Australian. And this would attract new investors. This not only attracts new investors, but larger institutional and ETF focused funds. I mean, you already saw it. If larger funds come in, we're already at 70%. If we lock up most of the float, this thing is going to run hard. In other stocks you can see in uranium that have done this was Western Uranium, ran a couple 100% really fast, few 100%, or LEU. LEU is another one, low float. Not necessarily obviously uranium, they make the fuel, but this is big. This is going to be big for both companies. I hope that, merger happens with Deep Yellow to get other assets. I think that's going to be really important to grow, but Deep Yellow pretty much already has what they need there at Tumas to get 2.5 million pounds of U3O8 contracted for the price of the stock under $1 right now. It's a no-brainer for me, so I'm invested in them, and I really am excited and looking forward to 2022, seeing what things bring us. And can John Borshoff bring us? People say, John Borshoff's like Santa Claus a little bit, reminds him of him. If he grew a big beard, white beard, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I think John Borshoff is going to definitely deliver possibly that $10 price tag for Deep Yellow. Very excited as things go on. You couldn't ask for better management, in my opinion, and I really like it. So let me know below. Do you guys think Deep Yellow and Vimy could merge? And what are the likelihoods of that happening? Let me know below. And until next